Hey YouTube, what's up? So I'm just gonna do a video vlog. It's Saturday, 7/13. This is not Friday the 13th. Saturday the 13th. Yesterday was Friday the 12th. Not Friday the 13th. Anyway, it's just a joke. That's Saturday the 13th. I'm trying to figure out if I should go to church tomorrow. I didn't go last Sunday. Mm. I have really strong opinions. I have strong opinions. And it's not my job to run a church, It's not my job, but I wanted to get involved. I wanted to help, not like take control, but I wanted to help. I wanted to help with their thrift store because I love that stuff. I love doing thrift store stuff. But I don't know. It's just like a couple of times that I've been there, I'm still trying to figure out like how to vibe with other people. Like it's not about Christianity. We're not having a Christianity issue. We're having a people like me. I'm having a people issue. Like I don't know how to like vibe with other people, especially in a church setting, because that's different than an employment setting or a business setting. It's I mean, I know some people say it's similar, but it is different because you've got other people who, want to quote the Bible and stuff like that. And I'm not a Bible quoter. I'm really not. I mean, in my poetry and in my writing, sometimes I'll make reference to a piece of writing from the Bible. But as far as just walking around quoting the Bible, I don't often do that. I only do that when people get super preachy and I need to balance it with another piece of gospel. Um, I don't not that everybody at church is doing that. I'm not saying everybody at church is just being super preachy. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying me, I'm having a hard time gelling with people. When I go bowling on Sunday, it's easier for me because I have a team first of all. So it's me and my teammates and I feel like sort of supported by them and I support them and they support me. And then also the group, the league that we're on isn't really that humongous and everybody's sort of doing their own thing. So there's really no conflict, not really. It's pretty smooth and I can handle it and I really enjoy bowling. I love bowling. It's my new favorite hobby. And so bowling on Sundays is really easy. And it's a Christian fellowship, so we do say a prayer and everything, and that's nice. Um, but it's I try to watch my mouth and not be an obnoxious, terrible human being. I try to act better when I'm around them, and I do that at church too. I try to be better than I normally am because from my other videos that I curse, I smoke. I'm not a perfect human being. But I was talking to somebody today on the phone uh, about a room that he's renting near the Orlando area. I was thinking about moving to Orlando. I know. Didn't I say I was not interested in going to Orlando? Like I'm scared of Orlando. That's exactly why I want to go to Orlando because I'm scared of it. Isn't that weird? I'm scared of Orlando. But Orlando to Florida is basically the New York City or LA of Florida. I mean, it's if you want to, like sing Frank Sinatra's song, If I Can Make It There, well, it's true. I mean, Miami is the Spanish New York City of Florida, and Tampa is basically the New Jersey of Florida. So it's not, you know, uh, I can't find much opportunity here in the Tampa Bay area. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I haven't had a real job in 5 6 years, and it's not for lack of looking. It's not for lack of trying. It's that I just really have not seen any opportunities. Nothing. Nothing. I mean, I'm in the desert. And so I was thinking about Orlando. I was thinking about Orlando. So I talked to this guy who has a room and he's renting for a fair price, a price that is a good starting price for when you're looking for a job and you don't have a lot of money. So I called him and he's telling me all these horror stories about people who have rented the room and how he's trying to be super careful because people have taken advantage of him and people have lied to him and people have been doing things in his home that he didn't want done, sex, drugs, and rock and roll type of stuff. And I know exactly what that's like. That's happened to me before. It's very difficult to find a roommate when you're already established and you're looking for someone who's not going to harm you, who's going to, support your endeavors and be happy that they're being supported as well. It's really, really hard to find that person. And I'm that person, but there's one strike against me. He doesn't like smokers. And I'm so honest, I'm not going to lie to him and say, yeah, I don't smoke. I'm not going to, I mean, he doesn't even, he won't even make allowances for me to smoke like outside in the backyard or something like that. He doesn't want smoking anywhere near him. So even though the room's a fair price, it's not for me. You see, I can't smoke. And cigarettes are legal, okay? But where are you supposed to smoke? It's a very rare bar that lets you smoke. Only bars that let you smoke are the ones that don't have food. So if you find a bar like that, they might let you smoke. Most of the bars have food, so they're not going to let you smoke unless you go outside. If they have an outdoor deck, they'll let you smoke on the outdoor deck. I mean, where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? It's just, I I can't. I told him, I can't. He started preaching at me. He started preaching at me about smoking cigarettes. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I don't party. I don't get laid every night. I told him I haven't had sex in 5 years because he was talking about people who were fornicating in his abode and he didn't like that. I was like, look, I haven't had sex in 5 years. I masturbate. But I mean, this is very personal. I'm being personal because I want to talk about God. And you can't talk about God unless you can let it all hang out. I'm talking about God. And I told him, I said, yeah, people suck. People suck because they're human and they don't believe, they preach all this stuff from the Bible. They read the Bible, but they don't believe what they read. They read it like it's like a fiction novel so that they can quote it and seem intellectual and seem like they have the right things to say. But they don't read it like it's nonfiction. And that's why they're all screwed up. And he says, well, I guess he said he's something about looking for an angel. I said, look, I'm as close to an angel as I know. And all I do is smoke. And I'm treated like the plague of the century just because I have a cigarette in my mouth. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I don't sleep around. And what more do you want? I need something. I need some little crutch. And he starts preaching at me about cigarette smoking, and I just, cut him off right there. I was like, look, this isn't this isn't where I'm going to go with this because we're all going to die. So don't give me the whole you're going to die of lung cancer routine because I've heard it a million times. I chose that. I chose cigarettes. Some people want to die from an overdose of drugs. Some people want to die from losing their liver and their kidneys to alcohol. Some people want to die from taking a risk on having twins because they could die in childbirth. Some people want to die in a war fighting for some nation that doesn't give a shit about them so that maybe their kids will get some pension. Everybody, makes a choice about how they might die. If cigarettes are going to kill me, cigarettes are going to kill me. We're all going to die at some point. But on the way there, I'm going to enjoy my fucking cigarette. So please, don't preach at me about cigarettes anymore. That's between me and God.